Like all tragedies, this year started off well, and hopefully it could have stayed that way, but God left the Discord server a while ago. The teachers I actually had in middle school weren't all that bad. Nowhere near the level of Dr. Jeffrey. Ale wasn't around anymore since I hit his body, but unfortunately, Martin was still in my hall. At the beginning of the school year, I made friends with this kid named Jason, who was your typical nerd. Skinny, white, long hair. I was putting away my M16 and thanking God for an actual good year, and went on with life. What is this? Apparently, every single teacher in our hallway had quit or something else had happened because we ended up switching classes. Naive me thought, well, I guess I'll just get another homeroom teacher and that would be it. Well, I did get a new homeroom teacher, along with an entire new fucking set of students. I don't know why, but after those teachers left, the school went full ghetto mode. Everyone was suddenly repping all sorts of gangs, and when somebody asked me, what are you repping? First off, I did not know what the fuck that meant. But after I got a translator, I told them I would be on the side that wouldn't let my 400-pound ass get beat. We had this math teacher, some fairly aged white old man who looked like he gave a rat's ass about math. He truly won me over when somebody asked, "Sir, can I have another piece of paper?" I ran out of room. Then he responded with probably one of the funniest jokes I had ever heard, I'm gonna be honest. He then said, "Through all my years of living, I have found out that paper has two sides." Anyways, that gang leader or whatever didn't take too kindly to being made fun of. So they roasted that teacher so hard that he quit the next day. What a fucking shame. We then got your average fucking pedo looking teacher with a chrome dome and who had the hots for underage girls. A brief description of all my teachers. We had the English teacher who was kind of the head teacher. She was alright. The history teacher who I can best describe as anger from inside out. The science teacher who was probably the coolest because he let us eat in class as long as you gave him some. So basically he was the US government. And this, my friends, was the Fortnite squad I was queued up with. They were a fucking downgrade compared to the other teachers I had, but I guess I had to run squads with these people. That pedo math teacher left pretty soon because he even put dead body to sleep. And we probably got the world's greatest teacher. His name was Mr. Hernandez, and he looked like he could be my uncle without all the inappropriate touching. He will be brought up later because he deserves an entire section to himself. So back to the students. Everyone here sucked major donkey dick. Alright, I'll really talk about him. If your name is Martin, Juan, or Brian with a Y, don't ever let me see you again. Okay, that seems kind of out of nowhere, but trust me, all the hate they're getting is well deserved. So the first few days of having had moved to a new classroom and stuff, we had lunch that day, thankfully. I was chilling outside by myself like a fucking loser, and I see the boys of the football team twisting each other's nipple. Then some fucking disabled kid looks at me and tells the captain, do to him. He then said, nah, his are way too big, which in his defense, they were some huge fucking melons. I could have just left it at that because he spared me in a way. But then I thought, how cool would it be to say I got my ass beat on the first day of school? So I did just that and said, not as big as your mom's.
A shame. You two are as unlucky as you are foolish.
What the fuck was I thinking? How the fuck am I alive? Now, when I say he didn't take too kindly to that, he didn't take too kindly to that. At that moment, God thankfully joined the Discord server again because the bell rang and all the teachers came out frame one. It was like they were waiting to pick us up. The captain then left me alone, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't writing my will in my fucking head while he was approaching me. This man, compared to 7th grade Crash, was a fucking giant. To give another example of how shit these people were, if you weren't convinced already, if you didn't have a branded phone, move or rest in fucking peace. God forbid, God fucking prevent that you had to knock off anything because they would destroy your butt cheeks. Hey bro, what are you drinking there? Just some Dr. Thunder. Everybody, hey, why is he running? One day, Carlos, some kid I used to go to school with and who sometimes watches my videos, got a new phone. Frame one, bro. The boys grabbed that fucking phone and checked absolutely everything. He didn't delete his search history. Yeah, you guys already know where this is going. That is rule 1 of any bro handbook. delete your fucking history. Now, forgive me for this, Carlos, but they found Big Black Cocks bang small teen ends with cream pie. And the only reason I remember the title is because they screenshotted it and sent it to everybody in the classroom. That's the kind of fucking people we're dealing with. Every single person in class was clowning Carlos except me because I felt bad for this fellow loser and because my phone was dying and he was the only person who had a fucking charger. This other story that happened to me is life shattering. So my mom, you know, I love her and all, but I will never forgive her for this. Always gave me this stupid ass haircut and I always flipped off the barber who cut my hair that day cause fuck you. So the next day at school, I got no mercy from any of the guys. Just left and right barrages of insults. Hey bro, you about to take my bitch with this haircut. Let me line you up. Thankfully, I was so unpopular with the boys that some of the girls took pity on me and actually tried to defend me. So, you know, God bless those girls who actually did that. However, this one exception, this fucking abortion came by me. This was some popular girl named Han. This Asian girl walked by me and said,
"Nice haircut."
I thought I would never recover from this, and I fell into a 3-day coma. Ah yes, gym class again. I've never had a good experience in gym class, and this was absolutely no fucking exception. This was probably the worst year. Everyone I had for homeroom, these fucking dickheads, I just so happened to have for fucking gym class. Remember the pacer test from the first video? Which if you haven't seen, you should totally watch, link in the description. Well, it came back and better than ever. Not only that, but it came with a new friend, the push-up test. So you guys already know I was ready to kill this pacer test this year. I tied up my shoes, pulled up my Gucci belt, went into the gamers, everybody went right past me. Why, God? I was trying with all my might to make it back and forth, and I managed to squeeze out an entire 15. One of the few boys I actually didn't hate in 7th grade said, "One more, Alex, come on." Bitch, last one was like 4 laps ago. I'm over here breaking limits like Kakarot. I immediately collapsed after I finished the 15 lap and felt like donkey shit when I found out the star football player got like 70. The next day we had to do the push-up version and I was scared. I had never done a single fucking push-up before in my life, and now I would have to do as many as I could in front of all these fucking people. These people. I made a pact with the devil, sold my soul to Zeus, and prayed to God. Then I started. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Done. You know, of course my classmates, being the kind souls they were completely understanding of the fact that a big boy could only do 10 push-ups. Bro, this man trash, bro. I was doing a backflip every time I did one. Shake when you fell. I felt real good after I got those inspirational words from my fellow classmates. Also, a side note about gym class, why did everybody like Rice Come? I remember the coach once asked us who our favorite artist was, and everybody was saying J. Cole, Ray Shermer, and then fucking Jimmy over here was asked, "What's your favorite artist?" And this man has the fucking audacity to call Rice Cum an artist. Rice Cum is not a fucking artist. Please be best friends with a ceiling fan and a rope. I used to be a big baller and ran a Nokia. I know, please hold your applause. But one day I got a different phone from none other than Metro PCS, which covers 99% of the United States. I did end up getting an LG, which brought me up to the social ranks, and I soared through them when Clash Royale came out. I pre-ordered that game on the App Store and I was like, let's see what this game is. Boom! Fucking everyone was playing this game, and if you didn't have this game, you were hunting you down. I was actually very talented in this game, and frame 1, everybody came to me for some advice. Everyone was trying to get me to either play for them or wanted me to coach them for some reason. At that point in my life, absolutely everyone knew me, and for the first time in my life, I actually knew what it was like to be popular. But of course I'm Crash, so I had to be a big shit stain and fuck it up for myself. Tell me why I wanted to hack this free game. I was already good at it, so why the fuck was I trying to hack this game? I was up there with that fucking Rice Cum kid. I tried to install these hacks, but boom, next day.
Get that ass banned.
I wasn't able to play that game anymore, and I was then banished to the Shadow Realm. So I didn't have many friends. Reword that. Still don't, but one of the few I had was a boy named Keyjohn. Now, call me racist or whatever, but this was one of the most typical black boys He was a light skin, had a small fro, short, and most of all, the biggest attitude I've ever seen. He kind of reminds me of Low Tier God, but a little shorter. First day he walks in, he has a hoodie on and a bag in his hand. So you know I'm looking at that fire escape like a fat person does cake. And he just so happened to sit down right next to me. Anyways, he started talking to me and he was actually pretty funny. Fast forward, he is about the only kid that likes me, and thank God, because if anyone messed with me, King Clown Key John would hop on their head extremely fast. So God bless him for that. We were in class one day with Mr. Hernandez, and this annoying kid named Mason, who no one liked, became the victim of bullying that day. Key John threw a pencil at Mr. Hernandez's head, and let me tell you, he was not happy. He was asking, who threw it? In the most Mexican accent. And Key John said Mason. Everyone followed because it was Key John, and Mason was like, I didn't do anything. Once again, the door was looking mighty thick because Mason was a white boy with a military haircut and a bag the size of your head. Mr. Hernandez, without hesitation, sent him to the office. And I skipped school the next day because I was scared the school would become a shooting range. Speaking of Mr. Hernandez. Now, where do I start with big dick, big balls, cute ass Mr. Hernandez? I know, he is a bitch. I have never had a good math teacher, and let me tell you, this man was part of that problem. Rumor was that he was an El Super employee who was suddenly promoted to teacher, and let me tell you, he acted that way. He had some girls grade everything. Shout out to Manaya for giving everybody A's. She's dope as fuck. So he never graded. Let me tell you though, he was real fucking good at handing out work, I'll tell you that. One day we had a math test where you solve as many problems as you can, and I did pretty good on it. I tried hella hard and finished all the problems in time, and I knew I would get a good score. I think Mr. Hernandez can read my thoughts because the next day he was like, "Donde is your test?" And I said, "I handed it to you." I literally said, "Give me a sec so I can write my name," and you said okay. I think I was talking to a fucking wall because this man said, "So are you gonna take the test, yes or no?" I was like, this man has to be retarded. So I kept my cool. "Sir, I already did it. Go to Miss Farah's room." She was basically the head teacher, as I mentioned before. I was like, fine, fuck. I got a referral for saying fuck, so you know what? Fuck him. I went to Miss Farah's room and I had never been a bad student, so she was like, "Why are you here?" And I explained, and she just told me to sit there and be on my phone. So I did as the teacher told me because I'm a good student. Another reason why Mr. Hernandez is a fucking bot is the time I brought a toy gun to school. The whole point of that toy, did you guys hear that? The toy to hit the reload thing, that on screen right now, so that the light comes out and you make people believe that it was the trigger. So when they hit the trigger, they just get shocked a little. So I showed it to Angel, you know, that kid I mentioned from before who was hyping me up during the pacer test. And you know, I got his ass. And everyone swarmed us. Someone took it out of my hand and I didn't know where it was. Then the party pooper, Mr. Hernandez, showed up and took it up. He said, "Whose is this?" And I said, "Mine. Can I have it back?" He said, "Yeah, in the principal's office." Fucking Dottie. So I was sent to the vice principal, who was the biggest bitch I have ever met. That whole school just fucking sucked. Interrogated me. See, I have a bad habit of pissing people off when I feel like I have nothing to lose. So the convo went a little something like this. "Why did you bring the toy gun here?" "Because I thought it was pretty funny. I tried the gun earlier and it emitted some very powerful shots. I was playing with that toy all day yesterday and you know, my arm's still intact. This is a very dangerous weapon." And I'm like, "Oh, weapons aren't allowed in school, right?" "Yeah." And I was like, "Then why are pencils allowed?" You know, at this point I had nothing to lose. I was just like, you know, let me just ruin this lady's day. You know, why are pencils allowed, I guess? Because you can just sharpen them up and poke somebody in the neck, and trust me, that will do more damage than that little toy gun you have in your hand. So, you know, she needed some backup and brought out the fucking principal herself. Next thing you know, the principal came in talking about how I was being disrespectful. It's like a homeless guy's dick. I was suspended again and my mom was mad as shit. But not at me. Not at me. I actually posted it on Facebook and I'm pretty sure I have the post, so I'll put it up on screen if I found it. I came back and I had to apologize to Mr. Hernandez, and I was on God about to join Mason. Fuck this school, bro. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with school. Well, not completely at least, because, you know, school is involved. But this happened during my 7th grade year. So I've never had luck with girls, I'm gonna be honest. And when I do a face reveal, you guys will see why. So I liked some girl named Jocelyn, which was just spelled Jose Line for some reason. And I thought in my head, I'm gonna make my move. And boom, the next day, she's dating some other guy. He was some boxer, so it's not hard to see why she chose him over me. And I was one of those kids that bully girls into liking me. I'm gonna put that one on the educational system, because I was taught if a guy is mean to you, that means he likes you. And let me tell you, I must have really liked this girl. The next girl, which wasn't even one of my crushes, she was just one of the most popular girls in school. One day I was sitting in class picking my nose and she asked me for a piece of gum and I thought I was Brad Pitt. Of all people, she chose me. Y'all ugly as fuck. I tried to flirt with her, and I know I've said some pretty embarrassing things before on this channel, but I'm just thinking about what I said to her and it makes me cringe. So I think I'll keep that one to myself. She laughed at everything I said, and I was like, damn, I must be fucking Kevin Hart or something. But now that I look back at it, it was pretty obvious she was just manipulating a poor fucking loser. And it worked because she got the entire pack of gum off me. Dear God, why was I like that? Now I understand why lonely fucking losers living in their mom's basement will donate their life savings and college funds for a Twitch girl to say their name. If you were anything like me, which damn, that's pretty fucking rough, tell me in the comment section or something. I wish I could go back in time and erase those moments from my life, but at least I was able to make some shitty YouTube video off it. So anyways, play the Bubba.
You don't know me, but my name's
Crash.
I'm just the O'Hare delivery guy. But it seems like
I
might be worth a try. So I say,
subscribe.